ASCEND was a large randomised trial that we set up to answer two really important questions. One, should aspirin be routinely given for people with diabetes who've not yet had any heart or circulatory problems? And secondly, it gave us the opportunity to ask whether or not fish oil supplements, so that's omega-3 supplements, might be beneficial in this group of people. So we recruited 15,500 people with diabetes who were older people whose diabetes was generally very well treated. They were mostly on statins and mostly on blood pressure lowering treatments. So we know that diabetes increases your risk of heart disease and strokes compared with people without diabetes. In healthy people, we know that aspirin, which thins the blood, is not worthwhile because the problems from bleeding are about balanced by the benefits from preventing heart attacks and strokes. In people who've already had problems with their circulation, it's quite clear that aspirin saves lives. But people with diabetes are, as it were, in between these two groups, and for them, we didn't know the answer to this question. As expected, we saw fewer heart attacks, strokes, mini-strokes, and deaths from circulatory problems among the people who got the aspirin by about 12%, but we also saw almost a 30% increased risk in major bleeding. So that was bleeding bad enough to get you into hospital, mainly from the gut, or bleeding into the eye or brain, and if it was into the eye, it was bad enough to threaten your sight. But overall, what we found was that there were almost as many major bleeds among the people who got aspirin as who avoided a heart attack or stroke. Well, people who've already had circulatory problems should continue taking their aspirin. For those people with diabetes who are currently healthy and have not had any problems, our data suggests that the benefits of aspirin do not outweigh the hazards. Old data suggests that aspirin might protect against cancer, but our results in ASCEND, so 15,500 people followed for 7.5 years, we found no effect of aspirin at all on cancers, either when we put all the cancers together or when we looked at cancers at particular sites. We will be continuing to follow this group of people over the long term to see whether benefits might emerge, but certainly we don't see any over this time period.